Hello and welcome to this FPL Game Week 1 AI team with me, Holly Shand. This is a brand new series that's going to be coming every game week on the channel. I'm going to start the season running the Fantasy Football Hub AI team on the FPL website. I'm going to select the optimal best team for game week 1, and then each week I'm going to follow the recommended AI transfers and see where the team ends up at the end of the season. So in this video, I'm going to be looking at the top 10 players by position in terms of their predicted points over the first 5 game weeks before revealing the AI team selection. Now, the AI best team and the AI recommended transfers each week are available to Fantasy Football Hub members, endorsed by Micah Richards. I'm an ambassador as well, and there's never been a better time to sign up with just a couple of days before the FPL season kicks off. So to take advantage of that 50% off, click the link in the description to this video, and it's a phenomenal offer. If you don't win your mini league, they'll give you your money back, so there's absolutely no risk involved. It will turn you into a winning fantasy manager this season. Absolutely phenomenal support on the channel this pre-season. Hit 20k subscribers before the game week 1 deadline. Keep following that support by liking this video. I want to get this one to 500 likes, just like we did yesterday. And remember, I reply to all of your comments about any FPL dilemmas you have. Let's get into it. Starting with the AI best goalkeepers then, and Manchester City's Ederson is top of the list on a predicted 22.5 points over the opening 5 game weeks. Fantastic opening fixtures for City, plenty of clean sheet potential, which generally comes their way at the start of the season. So if you want to spend that much on a premium goalkeeper, then he's a fine pick. Villa's Martinez is in second. Tricky fixtures for Aston Villa, but I don't think that dents his appeal because he accumulates saves and bonus points for fun. Aaron Ramsdale also in there, but with the news that David Raya has signed for Arsenal, some competition there now, which means you kind of need to avoid both of them. Now, there's a few 4.5 million options. Flecken and Steele are tied on 19.7 points over the opening 5 game weeks, and they both look like great choices as well. And Steele in particular rotates quite nicely with Turner, who's just joined Nottingham Forest. So if you need a substitute goalkeeper on your bench, he can come on, hopefully do a job for you this season. Moving on to defenders then, and Alexander-Arnold tops the list over the opening 5 game weeks on 23.7 predicted points. He's still the most attacking defender in the Premier League, capable of double digits for attacking returns in a season. But then after that, the top spots are locked out by City defenders. We've got John Stones, Ruben Diaz and Akanji on plenty of points, all of them predicted to score over 20 points over the opening 5 game weeks. It does make you wonder, should you have a Man City defender in your draft? Because there's huge potential for clean sheets given their opening fixtures. We should see rotation less of an issue, particularly between game week 2 and 3 and game week 3 and 4, because no European involvement as well, which is certainly going to help them out. Trippier comes in 5th on 20.6 predicted points, with AI assuming that he will get through the tough fixtures for Newcastle United and still come up with the goods. And we have to go down to Gabriel in 5th place to get a budget option at 5 million. In the midfield, Liverpool's Mo Salah tops the list, 31.6 predicted points over the opening 5 game weeks of the season. Some mixed bag fixtures for Liverpool, but AI certainly expects that that class of Salah is permanent and it will shine through. Second and third goes to Manchester United midfielders, Rashford and Fernandes. Certainly an argument here for AI to include both of those in the team selection. Not a lot to choose between them, just 0.4 points over the opening 5 game weeks. A lot of managers debating this one, whether to go Fernandes with the penalties, Rashford out of position, and AI again struggling to split this pair. We've then got Kevin De Bruyne in 4th place on 27.6 predicted points, with Saka narrowly edging out Odegaard into 5th place. And Saka is an interesting one. Obviously, he's on penalties for Arsenal, which certainly helps him. The first budget player on this list is Caro Matoma, 6.5 million, comes in 10th place, 24.5 predicted points over those opening 5 game weeks. Into the forward line then, and Erling Haaland, an absolute must-have. 8 predicted points more than any other player over the opening 5 game weeks of the season. If you want to hear more about what I've got to say about Haaland, I did write an article earlier this week for betting odds with why Haaland, along with a couple of other players, are must-haves for my team for FPL Game Week 1. Harry Kane on 33.7 predicted points is in second. AI clearly liking Kane, probably don't realise that he could still move away from Spurs this summer. Hopefully that's resolved before the Game Week 1 deadline, because that Kane v Salah conversation becomes a bit more of a conversation for FPL teams. Now, the second forward spot alongside Haaland has been plaguing FPL managers all pre-season. When it comes to AI, Watkins is winning the race, 24.9 predicted points over the opening 5 game weeks, slightly ahead of Chelsea's Nicholas Jackson. Now, Villa have tough fixtures, but Watkins has the consistency. Jackson, a little bit of an unknown entity. If you want to go a bit cheaper, you have to go down to 8th place for Brentford's Johan Visser, 6.5 million. He's on 19.6 predicted points over the opening 5 game weeks of the season. He's set to deputise for Ivan Toney, who's suspended until January, with Brentford not signing another forward in the window. Here it is then, the AI team selection for FPL Game Week 1. In between the sticks is Jason Steele. The algorithm has decided to go with the budget 4.5 million goalkeeper, 4.5 predicted points against Luton at home in Game Week 1 for him. First defender on the list is Arsenal's Gabriel, home to Nottingham Forest on 4.6 predicted points. Clear goal threat from him, a nice pick, and it's a double up on Manchester City defence. John Stones and Ruben Diaz ahead of that trip to Burnley on Premier League opening night on Friday. Stones predicted to score 4.4 points. Diaz 4.2 points. Minutes is the only question mark, but we're going to back the algorithm, see if it can lock us in a double clean sheet on the first day of the season. We could be in for a great rank going into Saturday. Moving into midfield then, and AI has gone for the double up on Manchester United midfielders with Rashford and Fernandes ahead of that home game against Wolves. Wolves now look managerless, so I think this duo can perform really, really well in this fixture. Rashford, interestingly, gets the vice-captaincy for Game Week 1 as well, because of his high prediction of 6.5 points. He loves playing at Old Trafford. He did last season. That should continue into this season. It's not the only double up either. The AI has gone for a double up on Arsenal midfielders as well, with Saka and Odegaard both in. Remember, I said earlier, it was very difficult to split them. AI was struggling. A lot of FPL managers will be struggling as well. Saka's got the edge on the ownership, but both predicted to do well at the start of the season, particularly against Forest at home in Game Week 1. And it's a 3-5-2 formation. Matoma makes up the midfield picks. The only budget pick in a stacked midfield here. Luton at home in Game Week 1, obviously a fixture that could really suit him on 5.3 predicted points. Into the forward line then, and it's Haaland that takes the captaincy for Game Week 1 away at Burnley on Friday night, hoping for an electric start to the season from him. And he's partnered with Aston Villa's Ollie Watkins on 4.5 predicted points for that tricky opener away at Newcastle United, but he's got that consistency. Let's see how he delivers. It is a bog basic budget bench, no funds there, all the funds ploughed into the 11. Areola, the 4 million goalkeeper. Then we've got Baldock and Bayer, the 4 million defenders, and West Ham's Mubama as the 4.5 million forward. Now, this team obviously gets a 100% rating. As new information emerges close to the deadline, we've still got over 48 hours to go. The team could change, so you need to be a Fantasy Football Hub member to get the final up-to-date best team before locking in your squad for Game Week 1. Remember, it's 50% off memberships right now, so do not miss the offer and win your mini league or your money back. Fantastic offering. There's superb content on the Hub. Team reveals from expert managers, and it is all to help you become a winning fantasy manager and win your mini league. Now, this isn't the only new series from me this season. I'll be back tomorrow for the community team selection, helped by a massive panel of FPL experts, and you can have your say in that as well. Head to the link in the description to this video to have your vote on which players the community team should lead with in game week 1. Make sure you're subscribed, of course, and hit that notify button so you don't miss that one, and help get this video to 500 likes. You smashed it yesterday, same again today, please. And remember, I do respond to all of your comments. Thank you for watching.